what is the number one thing that I think people should focus on first if you're at like the very, very beginning of your journey founding a company. And I kind of had to learn this the hard way. Like it's important to say, like, I've had plenty of really dumb ideas that I like tried and didn't work. And I was like, oh, okay, that didn't quite, that just didn't work, or I wasn't solving a problem. Number one thing I'd say before you even bother with like building anything, like putting anything together for a company, find a problem before, like, you don't even think of it as a company. Literally be like, what is a problem that someone has that is so annoying for them, or like such a big problem that they would pay to have it solved? That is like, that is it. And build your company around that. And it's way more, I think, about that than like having some revolutionary, like world-changing idea. I think that's pretty rare. And I actually think there's so much value to be created in just first finding a problem and creating a solution for that problem, assuming that group of people will pay for it. Like full stop.
Yeah. And I think that's a big advantage in B2B actually. So if we look at once again like the Googles of this world, I think they oftentimes just started with a product and people loved it so much that it grew really fast. Like, and I think that's a really nice problem to have. But there are so many companies for like the one that didn't make it, basically, besides Google or Facebook, and so many competitors that are left in the dust. So I also think that a lot of times it's probably easier to look at B2B and to have a really clearly defined problem, ideally in a fast growing market. I think that seems to be a very interesting opportunity that to look at. So what is next actually then? So now you're at Calibre and you're starting to scale it basically. Are you are you trying to grow really fast? Are you in that stage already, or do you, or what's the next step basically that you see?
Great question. Our next step is definitely, we are like, as of pretty much this week, hitting the, all right, we're out of the like MVP part of the process, which is, it's great. It's been really important to develop it with users to like understand that we're solving a real problem. Um, but yeah, it's like we have a product, people can use it today. It works really, really well. And now our next problem in the phase that we're entering is like, okay, how do we make sure that every single person who would use this tool, who has the problem that it solves, knows that it exists? Which is actually and again, like honing in on a really specific target has been my approach and our approach. And mentally, it's just so much easier for me to be like, okay, I don't have to, not everybody in the world needs to know this product exists. Only like this tiny, tiny group of people needs to know it exists. So a lot of what we're doing is purely growth, purely trying to like put this product in the hands of people that need it so that they know it's there. Um, and a lot of what we're doing right now is like my approach. I don't really do a ton of the cold outreach so far. I think it's actually really effective, especially being in San Francisco. I think it's like really, really effective to kind of do to directly and deeply integrate into the community. So, like, what one thing we're doing, for example, is like we've sponsored a couple of hackathons for like specifically for agent builders. And so we'll run a track alongside something like Crew AI. So we're like, oh, we can kind of go directly to developers and teams building agents who already would be users of something like an agent framework like Crew AI and say, okay, you're using Korea, this is how you would use Calibre. Like we have an integration with them. So build your agent with both. And then it kind of it starts to like seed the product into the community in a very real way. And I think organic growth in like a very small group of people is oftentimes the best approach, at least for like my type of product. Maybe if you have kind of a consumer facing product, it might be different, but that's our approach right now. So getting the word out.